Hi there, it's Lisa at WGSD Marketing Solutions. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to schedule your posts in the snap of a finger. Literally will take you less than 5 minutes. So I've got my social media posts written already, and I'm inside my Social Buddy Pro platform, which is my all-in-one scheduling platform. I use this for my clients, and now it's available for you to use as well. So I have all my socials hooked up, and I'll show you what that looks like really quick. Okay, I'm going to come over here to connections, and you can see over here I've got some of my platforms hooked up. My blog, my Facebook, my Pinterest, my Google business profile. This one's really important, you guys. I know a lot of people don't realize that, but don't neglect posting to your Google business profile. That is Google Gold. That is what you want. Okay. I've also got my Instagram hooked up, LinkedIn, and I think that's it for now. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go to planning, and you can see some of these areas are darker than others. That means those are the best times to post on this particular platform, but I want to see what the percentage is, and it's going to tell you that for Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So if I click that little button on, I toggle that on, that tells me that today the majority of my particular viewers, my particular audience, 96% are on at 3 p.m. versus 82% at 12 p.m. So if I want to get the most bang for my buck and reach the majority of my audience, I'm going to take a look at this and I'm going to schedule a post for 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to click on that window. Now I can cross post, I can click all these things right now, and I'm going to go and grab my AI created social media posts that I made in ChatGPT, but you can also create them here by clicking on your little robot friend here, generate posts with your AI assistant. And it's going to give you all kinds of options to choose, and it's going to tell you how many credits it's going to use up here when you create that. But for now, I already have content generated. So I'm going to go over to my other window, which you can't see right now, and I am going to grab it. And this particular post I have created, and it's for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I just recently created a blog post on my website, and that's what I'm posting about right now. And I'm posting it for a number of reasons. I've created this post, number one, to give value to my audience. I always want to provide them with value. So I created this blog that tells them all about the real value of social media marketing, even if it doesn't bring you immediate direct leads. And you can see I have my blog link right here, and it actually auto-populated the image that I have saved in my blog. Now, there are going to be some platforms that it's not going to do that for, such as Instagram, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But in the meantime, let me come back here, and this is the template for all of them. And you can see I've got my link in bio here. I'm going to leave that in for my Instagram post, but I'm going to take it out from my others. And I've got some hashtags in here. I even have the ability to add a social signature that I've created and saved previously. Here we go. So there's my old signature, and I wrote do not use, so I know. I have hashtags saved in my hashtag bank by category. It will let me click on that. And I've got my new signature right there. And so I can actually add that at the end of my post. And you can see I've got my follows in here. It usually will let you, let's see if it'll let me pull up the actual link. So if I go back and I remove that, yep, that's going to let me pull up my Facebook page. There we go. I'm going to click on that. And I don't need it in here twice because that's just for this one. Okay. So I've got my hashtags. Maybe I want to move those. I'm going to copy those and put them down here at the bottom. Remove them from here. Okay. Now, I have the option of editing by network, and that's what I want to do because my posts for Facebook is going to be different than my posts for LinkedIn and Instagram. Instagram also gives you the option, if you're doing video, you can do it as a reel, and then it will let you show the reel on your feed as well. So it's going to serve two purposes for you. Okay, meanwhile, this is not going to be a reel. This is just going to be a post, so I'm going to leave that there. LinkedIn is going to be a post. Google Business Profile is going to be a post. I've already posted on my Google Business, however, so I'm going to unclick that. And you can see it gives you the choice of doing just a post or a photo. But again, I'm not posting on Google Business right now. If I were, I want to show you something really important. Google does not like when you add your phone number and email in the content of the post itself. So if I was going to send this to Google Business Profile, I would click Edit Network. I'd come over here. I'd click Edit Content, and post cannot contain Facebook mentions, so I would remove that. I would also remove the hashtags. You don't need your hashtags when you're posting to your Google Business Profile. And I would remove the email and cell phone number. So I would remove all of that for my Google Business post, and you can see those errors went away. And this is how it will look and generate on your Google Business Profile, which is great for your SEO organically, which is what this blog post is actually all about. The importance of your organic social media. Okay, so I'm going to unclick that. I'm going to come back over here to Instagram, and I'm going to click Edit Content because I want the post to be the same, but I'm going to remove that because that's a Facebook follow at Okay, I'm going to leave that there for Instagram. I'm going to leave my hashtags. I'm going to leave my signature with my information. I'm going to remove that link, and I'm going to do that and say link in bio, or what's even better these days is to say DM me for more information. So let's do both. DM for more information, or comment below. Because we want to do what? We want to create engagement. We want them to engage and ask questions. Okay, so another little sneaky trick. Kind of hard to see this, right? Like, I don't know, maybe can we bold that headline? Sure, let's copy that. Let's come over into this free app called LingoJam. Let's paste that here, and this is a bold text generator. And what it basically does is it transforms your actual text into specific characters that make it appear like it's bold text. So I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put it in as bold. See how it changed that over there? Okay. Got my signature. This is telling me I have one error. I don't have an image. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go and grab the image that I created for this. You can either pull it directly from Canva, from Google Drive, from Adobe Express. You can add a video. You could do stock images. You just have to put something in there. Stock videos, even a GIF. But I have an image that I've saved, so I'm going to go grab it. There it is, and it's going to put it in there. Now, for Instagram, this is the wrong size. So I want to go back into my Canva and resize this to the 4x5 and then upload that instead. But I'm just showing you this for purposes of showing you how easy this is to do. Now, I'm going to come to LinkedIn. I don't really need to change anything for LinkedIn other than maybe the ratio of my graphic. So I would go and change that in my Canva account or wherever else I have it, and I would switch it out. Okay, LinkedIn presets, show link preview. Yes, I do want to show that. Okay, that's what auto-populates this whole thing. Okay, post cannot contain Facebook mentions, so that tells me I have to come in here and remove this. Okay, and now if I come down here, Now you also have the option of putting in your smart link, which is something else I'll show you in another video. That's how you create your link in bio. Okay, and you can come over here, you can change the time of when you schedule this. You can save this as a draft and come back later. You can save it in post library so you can use it later on. You can send this for somebody else on your team to review before you post. You can publish it now, or you can schedule it. We want to schedule it. Schedule 3 posts. And because I made changes to each platform, you'll see it shows them as 3 separate posts now. So if I want to come in here and change something for later on, I can click on each individual post. But you can see now this has scheduled them all for me in less than 5 minutes. Super easy. You can get your week done in like maybe less than an hour if you've created your content calendar. So hopefully this shows you how easy Social Buddy Pro is to use. If you have any questions, please go ahead and email me, text me. All my contact info is in the website. Thanks so much, you guys. Enjoy.